voice of Central Jersey. We've got our need to know things coming up a little bit later on in this half hour. Joining me right now on the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline, a good friend of WCTC, and he and the rest of his group, the Duprees, are going to be taking the stage at the Prudential Center in Newark coming up on Saturday night, June 6th, for the Richard Nader Summer Doo-wop Show. As celebrated by WCTC and Jersey Central. We've been giving away some tickets to the show. It's going to be a terrific night. So let's say hello to our good friend Tony Testa, who is back with us this morning. Tony, welcome back to WCTC, my friend. How are you?
Good morning. It's always a pleasure to be on the radio with the handsomest guy in
Oh,
radio.
my God. Wow. Are you sure this is the right show? Well, thank you. Those are kind words, man. Always good to talk to you. And, man, after all these years, the Duprees and you guys are still doing your thing. And I got to admit, I still get a little misty myself, Tony, on You Belong to Me. And I'm sure you've heard that from a lot of people over the years.
Oh, God, when you think about the longevity of a song, not only of the song itself, which the hit was back in 1962,
Man.
better than 50 years later, it makes a whole bunch of other people misty-eyed and emotional. And why not? It's a beautiful love song that makes people get emotional and start holding hands and looking into each other's eyes and all that kind of good stuff, you know?
Yeah, yeah. If there ever was a timeless song, it is that one by you and the Duprees, of course, and You Belong to Me. But from Jersey, you guys are from, right?
Well, originally all the guys are from Jersey City, New Jersey.
Uh-huh.
So we're Jersey born and bred, just like you.
Very cool. Yes, just like me. That's right. You know what? I never found out from you, Tony. I know we've chatted backstage at a bunch of shows over the years. I never found out the origin of the name of the Duprees. Can you share that for people that might not know the history of the name?
Yeah, you know what? I wish I could tell you it was some exotic thing that happened, but the reality is, back in the day, before You Belong to Me became a hit with George Paxton from Co-Ed Records, the name of the group was, believe it or not, the Parisians. And he said, you know what? That name's not going to really work too well. Why don't you come up with another name? Well, they thought about it hard and long, but what they came up with is that there was a guy in the neighborhood whose last name was Dupree, and they said that's a pretty cool sounding name, and it kind of sounds French too.
Hmm.
So they brought it to George Paxton. He said, "Cool, that's going to work."
That's very cool. All
Yeah,
right, now I know. I always wanted to know, so that's where
yeah.
the name came from. Awesome stuff. Tony Testa's of the Duprees. Tony Testa is our guest this morning here on Jersey Central. Get yourself some tickets. The Richard Nader Summer Doo-Wop concert happening at the Prudential Center. It's a Saturday night, June 6th. Great lineup that you guys are performing with this time around. Tony, you want to talk about your
Oh,
relationships with the other acts?
absolutely. Deborah Nader, God bless her, has continued the legend and the legacy of Richard Nader. This is going to be the 26th annual Summer Doo-Wop concert, and every year it seems to get better and better. This year's no exception. Mary Wilson from the Supremes. We don't see her that often, so this is going to be a special evening. Mel Carter, Hold Me, Thrill Me, what a great, great song. Sonny Turner, former lead singer of the Platters, will be there. Fred Parris, who is like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps on rolling along. One of the greatest songs of all time, In the Still of the Night. And Freddie and the guys are still going great. The Heartbeats, 1,000 Miles Away, great tune. Willie Winfield and the Harp Times. Tommy Mara is my good buddy.
Wow.
He sings like nobody else, and he does such a terrific tribute to Johnny Maestro. And he's actually a very funny guy too. So it's going to be a great, great evening.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Of course, so many years, Tony, that this show was held at the Izod Center in the Meadowlands, and now we're just picking it up
Right.
and we're moving it to the Prudential Center, and we're still going to have a terrific time.
Well, it's a brand new facility, as you know. Prudential Center is a wonderful facility. Lots of parking, and all of the same features are going to be at the Prudential Center that used to be at the Izod. The outside a cappella singing, the cars on display, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be a great, great day.
Awesome. Now I can't wait for the show, and I'll definitely be there that night. So looking forward to that, Tony. Hey, you
Great.
guys paying tribute to another great Jersey. You guys from Jersey, and you're celebrating the life of another great New Jerseyan. You guys are marking the 100th birthday of Mr. Francis Albert Sinatra. You want to talk about what you guys are doing for that?
This is absolutely a labor of love, especially for me. And I got to tell you, coincidentally, just yesterday, I brought my daughter and son-in-law into New York at the New York Library. There's a wonderful exhibit that's there through September, honoring Frank Sinatra, like you mentioned. the occasion of his 100th birthday this year. What we wanted to do was celebrate that in the form of a recording, but we didn't want it to be a cookie cutter approach. We wanted this to be a vocal group's approach to some of Sinatra's great, great songs. And I can't tell you how much people have loved it. Tim Hauser, who unfortunately passed away earlier this year from Manhattan Transfer, as we were recording this, I would send him some of the cuts from our sessions. And he just fell over backwards over it. He said, I'll never forget his words. He said, Tony, this is Grammy material. And that just blew me away. And
Wow.
it's been great. It's just been absolutely great, people's response to it.
Yeah, so if you want to purchase a copy of that CD, it's an absolute must-have for any Duprees fan or any Sinatra fan. If you go to the group's website, duprees.com, just $12, and you can get your hands on the Happy 100th Mr. Sinatra CD from the Duprees, and just some unbelievable music on there. So, Tony, always great to talk to you, sir. Alan David Stein, who does some fill-in talk here on WCTC, says to say hello, and he's a big fan, of course, as you know, too.
Yeah,
So.
he's a good guy. He's a good guy. We love him.
Yeah, so we'll both see you there a week from Saturday at Prudential Center. And, of course, follow the band on the website, duprees.com. The Facebook page, I just liked the page. I just shared the group's Facebook page on our page. So a great New Jersey group still out there and still doing their thing, the Duprees. And, Tony, it's always a real privilege to have you on the show, my friend.
Always an honor to be with you, Bert.
All right, Tony, we'll see you in a couple weeks, sir, okay?
Stay well. Thanks so much.
You too. Thank you. All right, my guest, Tony Testa.